Hello babies, guess where Mimzie is? I know you see that Mimzie is at the beach. I've been trying this all summer. And I have a new book for you to read. One of my beach perfect books just for you. And it's a sequel. It's another Scaredy Squirrel book. You know how I figured out I do love the Scaredy Squirrel books. He is a nice guy. I think we could be friends in real life. Oh wait, warning. Scaredy Squirrel insists that everyone put on number 65 sunscreen before reading this book. Well, Scaredy Squirrel, I've got kids 50. Kids 50 is the best I'm gonna have. Should have asked Papa for his. He's got some serious SPF in his basket. So we're gonna start reading our book. I've got so much of a glare I can't even tell if you can see the book. We're going to start. Here we go. Scaredy Squirrel at the beach. Oh, I'm so excited. Here we go. Here's our big picture. Scaredy Squirrel never goes to the beach. Oh, that's a shame. He'd rather vacation at home alone where it is safe than risk being surrounded by the wrong crowd. Scaredy Squirrel, I totally get that. I get that 100%. But look what the sign says. Take a beach vacation now. That's the way of it. That is right on how we need to do it. So, a few crowds, honestly, if I got to book it, a few crowds Scaredy Squirrel wouldn't want to be caught in the middle of. Flocks of seagulls. Beware, because over here, it's a bad-looking group of seagulls. They've been stealing Cheetos. Tribes of jellyfish. Oh, I get that. I just saw a jellyfish myself. Herds of sea monsters. I've not yet encountered a sea monster. Unless you count Papa. Is Papa a sea monster? No, that's so silly. Packs of pirates, tons of falling coconuts. I've seen coconut in the water before. Just floated up when we were on a boat in Key West. And mobs of lobsters. Never seen lobsters in the book, in the ocean before. Must be in the wrong places at the wrong times. So he's perfectly happy to build his very own private beach. Well, I hope I get invited to his very own private beach. So Scaredy Squirrel's Guide to Building a Safe Beach. What you need to get started. Paper and crayons, one stick, not two sticks, not 5 sticks, one stick, one inflatable pool. And that sounds like Mimzie's backyard, doesn't it? One flashlight, one bag of kitty litter, one plastic flamingo. Are you intrigued? Because I'm intrigued what we're going to do with the kitty litter. And here we go. Here's our instructions. Draw beach scenery. 2. Use stick to hold upright. 3. Cover ground with sand. That's the kitty litter. I don't know where they're getting their kitty litter, but their kitty litter is not at all like this sand. Inflate ocean. Turn on sunlight. Install beach wildlife. That's the flamingo. Scaredy Squirrel, I've never seen a flamingo at the beach. Not a real flamingo. Seen lots of other stuff. And enjoy. So here's Scaredy Squirrel at his beach. It looks like a beach and feels like a beach, but it doesn't sound like one. Scaredy Squirrel notices something's missing. The soothing sound of the ocean. Can y'all hear the ocean? I'm not quite that close to it because it gets too loud to record. But he doesn't have the soothing sound of the ocean at all. The solution. Make a quick trip to the real beach and find a seashell that fits the description below. So here's the kind of seashell we have to find with our quality and performance chart. It must be germ-free because you know Scaredy Squirrel's afraid of germs. We learned that early on. Shiny exterior, crystal clear ocean sound, red alert. Seashell must not, I repeat, not be occupied. Look, take that for real, because if you get that seashell home and it's occupied, we all gonna smell it for days. For days. Only unoccupied seashells. Ask Haha about that one. But traveling to the real beach requires careful planning. First, get a passport. I don't know, I didn't need a passport for this beach. Here's his passport. Can you see it? It says family, rodent, type, flying squirrel, first name Scaredy, middle name Orville, Last name Squirrel. Initials SOS at tracks. Place of birth, nut tree. Second, drawn map. You know I love the maps. Look at that map. I'm so worried that I'm not getting this where you can see it all. So here's our mission operation seashell. Okay? Just checking out. Yeah, we're all there. 7 o'clock a.m. Enter box and wait. Don't forget the passport. That's where he is. He's entering the box and he's waiting. Get picked up by the mail truck. Verify passport. 8:42. Arrive at the beach and wait until the coast is clear. Don't lose passport. So beach should be here. 11:42. Exit box and find seashell. Hold passport. I don't know why he waited in that box all that much time, but it's not my business, so I'm gonna keep reading the book. 1:49 p.m. Enter box and wait for pickup. Check passport. 6 o'clock p.m. Get delivered back to the nut tray. Put away the passport. That seems like a lot of work. Let's check out the map right here. Over here, caution. Falling coconuts have a mind of their own. They can knock you out without warning. Blunk. Down here, careful. Birds of a feather flock together. Seagulls can drop by at any time, especially if you have Cheetos. Never trust a mob of lobsters. They are a pinch territorial and are eager to snap. That's punny, scaredy squirrel. I get it. This is out into the water, out in the ocean. Important. Sea monsters are camera shy, so keep camera close by. Because you know we don't ever see sea monsters on camera, do we? Ahoy, matey. Watch for pirates. Arrgh. They'll make you walk the plank. Stay away from tribes of jellyfish. You'll be stung by how squeaky they can be. How sneaky they can be. I'm telling y'all, I saw one today. And last but not least, travel light and dress accordingly. So here's Scaredy's beach wear. Exhibit A, protective headgear for falling coconuts. That's very, very intelligent. They're going to plan ahead. Exhibit B, protective eye patch to fool the pirates. Arr. Exhibit C, protective flotation device to prevent sinking. Good job. Exhibit D, protective camera to discourage sea monsters. I guess if they see you with a camera, they won't come up next to you because they don't want to be on picture. Exhibit E, protective compass to avoid getting lost. Exhibit I, protective french fry to distract seagulls. French fries are okay, but I'm telling y'all, Cheetos are where it's at. Ask Roro. Exhibit H, protective oven mitts to block germs. There had to be something with germs. If we know Scaredy Squirrel, there had to be germs. Exhibit G, protective rubber band to tame lobsters. Exhibit F, protective footgear to shield from jellyfish. Remember, if all else fails, play dead and send an SOS. All right, here we go. The next morning, as planned, Scaredy Squirrel jumps into the box. At 7:30 a.m., he'll get picked up. They drive and drive. Welcome to the beach. At 8:42 a.m., Scaredy Squirrel gets dropped off and waits and waits. Remember I said I didn't know why he waited so long in the box. 11:42, a crowd appears. Caution, live animal, attention, this box may contain traces of nuts. That's funny. People were not part of the plan. Well, scared if you go to the beach, there's gonna be people. This is a fun Where's Waldo looking picture. You could sit and study this picture and find all kinds of fun stuff. See that guy right there in the blue shorts? I think he's over there. I saw that guy already. Oh no, so Scaredy Squirrel, as always, we know, we've seen him do this before, he plays dead. 30 minutes later, he's still dead. 1 hour later, he's still playing dead. Look, somebody's dumped sand on him. 2 hours later, he's a whole ecosystem. He's still playing dead. He's got feet sticking out of the sand. Somebody's having a big time playing with his alleged carcass. Finally, Scaredy Squirrel realizes that the perfect seashell is right under his nose. Remember they were putting them on him? Those are scallops though. Surrounded by friendly people, he decides to join the crowd. Well done, Scaredy Squirrel, you're such a big boy. Here's our big picture. Are we all on the screen? Yeah, there we go. Scaredy Squirrel builds sand castles, takes pictures, and sunbathes with the others. He forgets all about the flocks of seagulls, tribes of jellyfish, herds of sea monsters, packs of pirate, tons of falling coconuts, and mobs of lobsters. He's glad to be part of the crowd. Oh, he also floated out in the ocean. He had a big day, but he gets home and there's his homemade sea. Back home, after a day of fun in the sun, Scaredy Squirrel's inspired to make one more important addition to his own beach. What do you think it's going to be? A crowd. It's the gnomes. He has a crowd now at his beach with the garden gnomes. We need to put swimsuits on them and call them beach gnomes. P.S. As for Scaredy's next visit at the beach, it might be sooner than he thinks. Red alert. Look what's in his shell. It was not uninhabited. Somebody's going to have to go home. So I'm going to have to go home too. But I just wanted to pop here and read you a good story. And just remember that Mimzie loves you.